Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how to use Gyroflow on any analog FPV drone. I will be using the Air 65 as an example here. First thing what you want to do is connect to Betaflight. Check your black box. I've got some stuff here I need to erase. Need to erase that. Might take a few minutes. Also, you need to make sure that you have gyro enabled here in the debug fields. Otherwise, it's not going to record it. You need that. In the modes tab, there's this function here you can use, the OSD disable. Bind that to an aux channel, and you can probably have a slightly higher chance of getting some calibrations later with the camera. It can help, not necessary, but I would recommend you assign it for this. You don't have to use it, but recommended. To create a new lens profile, you might as well just double check if you have a lens profile someone else made that uploaded. But this is going to be about us creating a new lens profile. So you need to go here and go open calibration target. I'm going to look at this with the FPV drone and move the drone around in a very particular way. It's not exact. You have to be exact. It's just, you need to get it as much throughout the camera field of view as much as possible. All right, as you can see, I've got the Air 65 set up. I'm just gonna disable the OSD. I think I've set it to hold momentary. Then, oops, that's my beeper. And then there we go. That's the OSD off. What you want to do is just look at this screen. You can move the cursor anyhow. I'm not really looking at the headset right now. I probably should. So you want to move it around sorry, my microphone's in the way. I'll just move around like this. I don't know. Just make sure it encompasses the entire field of view of the camera. And rotate it if you want. Doesn't matter too much. Move it side to side, up to down. You know what? While I'm doing this, I must record some gyro data so I can stabilize that. So I'm just gonna arm. And that's it. I'm just gonna turn off now. Come on, unplug, motherfucker. Okay, next up, you want to get software called Handbrake, or you can use FFMPEG, whatever. If you use a .ts file, I would recommend recording .ts so you can just not have to worry about corrupted MP4 files. But as you can see, I've got my view here. You can create a new preset. Fast. I don't remember this being the default. But I've created some other presets. For example, I've got a slower 1080p, 60 FPS, because it does the 30 FPS by default, I think. Dimensions, this is important. So if HD0, set 160 and 160. You can leave the bottom zeros as well. It'll leave a perfect 4:3 ratio. Just go add to queue and then start. I'll recommend pushing this quality to at least 22. You don't need to go that high, and that's pretty much it. Just wait for it to complete. Alright, while that's going, we can go over here. We can go to Blackbox and save and erase, or we can just activate mass storage device mode. And what this will allow us to do is go directly to the Betaflight disk thing, whatever you call it. You can just drag in the gyro data. You don't need to do this for this step, but you need to do this when you actually want to stabilize your actual footage. That's what the Blackbox data is for. To delete it, use unplug, replug, nag. Go back to Betaflight, and then you can just erase right here. It tends to freeze. The flight control will hang on completion. I don't know, it just does that. Yeah, so Handbrake is now done, and we can watch the video .mp4 in Gyroflow. So I'm just gonna close Betaflight. Don't need that anymore. Unplug my 65. Okay, now we're back in Gyroflow. We can close this. We can drag and drop our HD0 footage in here. You can see it's a 4:3 ratio. It's not it. There's a yes. It's cropped out the black borders. That's kind of what you want. You can have the black borders. The calibration will tend to not work sometimes. All you need to do is just click auto. That's pretty much it. And you should have a new lens profile if everything goes well. It's not advisable to keep all the junk in the start where I didn't look at a thing, but it's not really necessary. I mean, I think it'll probably do a good job. Let's just look at this. What you want to do is just look at this screen. I'm not really looking at the. I think it did a pretty good job. I think that's fine. That's good. That's good. And then if you want to upload, you can upload. You can just disable the upload. But you know what? I'll save some people the hassle and I'll just upload it anyway. This is a camera brand, I don't know, beta FPV lens camera model. Just gonna upload, I guess. Here we go. Yeah. You don't have to upload, as I said. I'm just doing this for convincing everyone else. I did make an error, and I actually named the HD0 Nano. It's 170 degrees. It's not 170 degrees, but fuck, whatever. A bit late to change that. Anyway, so what we can do now is we can just drag and drop our MP4 in, right? And then we can open the lens profile. As you can see, we can select the 4:3, this one. That looks a bit better. As you can see, it's got the rectilinear projection, lens correction, sorry. There we go. Now it should be perfect. So, oh shit, I didn't. Oh, it should say armed on the screen somewhere. So this is where it says armed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my Betaflight Blackbox motion data in here. And then, this is very important, get rotation. I think this is on a 15 degree mount. So I'm going to set it to 15 degrees pitch. It doesn't matter too much, but you want to correct it, otherwise things get a bit weird. Over here we're offset by 1 minute and 7 seconds. That is 67 seconds. I'll just do a sync search size of 1 second. Max in points 5 will do. We can enable disable this. I usually don't enable it, but I'll enable it for today. I mean, it's a feature's built into it. Oh, that's what it does. Can I undo that? I actually don't like auto sync. It tends to screw things up more than it should. So let's look at that again. Watch this. So it is working. It's just a bit blurry. Here are my recommended settings. So when I go to smoothness, I'll just keep 90, and then I'll go max smoothness. This is your your long period duration smoothness, and it's your max smoothness at high velocity. This is when it really, really fast, and to stop the camera from zooming in and out too much. But here's another thing. I just fuck zooming, no zooming. I can go static, But static does the exact same thing as just going over here to advance and then just FOV slider. Like, it makes no fucking difference. I mean, you can go static. You know, it's the same shit. So I just put no, and I just remember this value. Depending on how I feel on a day, I might use 1.1, 1.2. This red down here is supposed to show when the borders are clipping. As you can see on the top is clipping. If you don't mind it too much, you can go down here and go mirror edge pixels. But the crop isn't perfect with HD0 analog module. So I usually just keep it a solid black. I mean, let whoever's watching see the black. But if you want, you can also just turn these numbers down to a smaller value, and they'll be less likely to impede on the black area. Or you can just just decrease FOV until it doesn't do anymore. So I mean, like, look over this. I mean, it's still a bit shaky there. So can I just like delete all sync points? This is fucking horrible. This is why I don't use AutoSync. Like, I actually don't know how to delete fucking... You know what? I'm just gonna fucking reload this again. Alright, Gyroflow does not have an undo button. This is one of the biggest flaws of this app. So, sometimes you just have to start from the beginning again. I'm gonna open the lens profile. Set the camera rotation to 15 degrees. Oh wait, it's actually 25 degrees. My bad. Yeah, it goes 15, 25, 35, 45. Optical flow. How do I disable optical flow? I don't remember. You know what? I'm going to do this manually. So what I'm going to do is... Wait, where the fuck's my Blackbox data? I didn't load the Blackbox data, did I? There we go. Alright. Add manual sync. Now, what we do is set this to 67. 67.000. Why is it not working? There we go. Alright. Alright, so here we go. So it's somewhere around here somewhere. I can zoom in. Armed. There we go. Click the green box and drag it across until it matches. Approximately. And we just look at... Alright, where's this blue peak? The blue peak is a pitch. No, it's a roll. Okay. So we're looking for that massive roll difference. You know what? I'll look for this. Is this pitch? Yeah, I'll look for this pitch. You see how it goes up? It comes back down. Goes up. Alright. So we need to move this across to there. So when I drag it across a little bit. Actually does look better. There we go. There's our result. And then when you're done, you just export. You can cap the video between here and armed. There you go. That's all we need.